Hello, passion fruits. I hope the sound isn't too loud for you guys because someone told me during the last live stream that the mic is very sensitive. So I'm trying to keep it a bit further away from my mouth. And I've put Loki on a chair. You probably can't see. Let's just adjust the camera a bit. Maybe a bit more. Ah, yeah, I've put her on a very cheap chair. Hi, Stat2125. How are you doing? So, yeah, I've just put her on a chair, and I normally do not tie her up during live streams. But this time I did because. No, Loki. Oh. She has been flying around the house for at least half an hour, I think even longer, maybe an hour. And she should be able to just stay with us for the live stream, you know. Sometimes she should just accept that we're streaming, girl. You're in the stream. Stay put. So some people told me that the last live stream was a little bit late for them. So I hope that me live streaming now is better for some people. I'm gonna try to do as much. Oh, she's gonna poop. I'm gonna try to do as much live streams as possible, and I'm gonna try to do them at different hours of the day so that there's a good live stream for everyone, so that everyone can join us from time to time. Because we have a lot of people here from different countries. There are a lot of different time differences. Oh, looky. I know, you're so active. So yeah. Hi, Anne. Salut. Or salut. Are you French? So yeah, guys, ask us questions if you want to know something. I did not prepare this live stream. Ah, bonjour. Bonjour, Anne. So good to know that there is someone from France here. That is really cool. Oh, Stat2125, you're from the UK? That's cool too. I really like the British accent. I love it. But I can't do it because I sound ridiculous when I try. Like I said, I did not prepare this live stream. Okay, let me adjust the leash a bit, maybe. I did not prepare this live stream. Loki, don't do that. She really wants to fly around in the house, even though she already has done that. You want to sit on my shoulder, maybe? I did not prepare this live stream. I'm super busy lately, and I haven't talked about this on this channel yet, but I have a lot of goals, actually, that I want to accomplish. In January, I want to go back to a full-time job, and don't worry, I'm going to keep making videos. Worst case, I might upload a bit less frequently, but I'm going to try and do my best to upload as much as I do now, which is basically impossible, but okay, I'll try. So I want to go back to a full-time job. I'm doing really well in recovery. It's not at all perfect, but I feel like I have a decent chance, and working full-time again might help me to prevent binging sprees. I also want to start hoop dancing again because I haven't had the time for that because of my YouTube channel. I have started, she so wants to fly off. I have started a new YouTube channel to help people overcome mental illness. Not that I'm an expert, but just from my experiences, my struggles, I just talk about them a lot on that channel, and I give tips and advice. So yeah, I do want to help other people. So I also have a second channel now, which is about mental illness and overcoming eating disorders, depression, anxiety, um, a low self-image, and much more. So that takes up. Look, he come back. Just a sec, guys. You're so active. How come you're so active? So yeah, that takes up a lot of my time. And I actually started this owl channel for you guys. So I am passionate about this channel, but I must say that in my heart, I am even more passionate about my new channel. But don't let that concern you guys, because I will never abandon you. Like, I would not seriously never allow this, guys. If your owl sits on your head, it might be funny and cute, but it does lead to other unwanted behaviors. You're so funny. Yeah. Look. Okay. So what was I saying? I'm really distracted right now. So yeah, my YouTube channels take up a lot of my time. I'm studying Russian because I already have a master's degree in translation for the languages Russian, Chinese, and French, but I never did anything with my Russian. So I can translate any document you want from Russian into Dutch and from Dutch into Russian, but I'm kind of afraid that during solicitation or job interviews, my spoken Russian wouldn't be fluent enough. So that's why I am also kind of studying that on my own for when I go for a new job in January. And I want to become super flexible, so I'm stretching a lot. I have to exercise every day because I still have an exercise addiction. I have so many goals. I want to do something with my hoop dance, whether it's being a performer or inspiring people, or just entertaining people, telling a story by hoop dancing, through the hoop dance. I have a lot of goals. To make a long story short, I also want to take care of my family, of course, of my boyfriend, my owl, my dog, my plus daughter, and that takes up so much time that, I did not prepare this live stream. Let's say hi to some new people here. Soham Bowal, hey, welcome to this live stream. He or she says, Lucky looks really cute. Thank you so much. I think so too. She did fly off. I'm just gonna let her sit above the window for just a few minutes, and I might get her back to make this vlog or live stream interesting again, because now it's just me. Noor says, did you change your recording room or you have a new apartment? Oh, nice question, Anne. No, I do not have a new apartment. This is still the house that my boyfriend and I are renting. It's a really big house, by the way. But I did change, the boards behind me, and I did change the setting a bit. And I also turned my desk around. It used to stand there, and now it's standing here, so that if there is not enough light, like for example, if I want to live stream in the evening, I can just open the windows, and then the light will do us some good instead of bother us, because when my desk used to be turned around, the camera would be there would be too much light if the windows were open. So I do not know why I did not think of this earlier or sooner, because that was such a simple solution. So I did change some things, but it's still the same house. And do you like it, or do you think it's not as good as before? Hi, Sujil Herbie. Oh, you're in India. That's super cool. And Stat2125 says, I have a barn owl that I called Lucky. That's a really nice name, actually. I love that name. And Noor says, can you tell us more about the new channel? Is it created or is it a project? Very nice question, Anne. The new channel has already been created. I think I already have 25 videos up. And the reason I didn't share the link to that channel on this channel, because I could do that and then everyone could go check it out. But I'm actually, the reason I didn't do that is because there might be certain people following me on this channel of whom I don't want them to follow me on that other channel, because I do discuss a lot of private stuff on there. And don't worry, it's none of you guys. But I kind of want to keep that channel only for people who really need help and are really interested in the videos. So what I told you guys in an earlier video, but you might have missed that message or that video. I have asked you guys in an earlier video to just send me an email to elke.emmerman@telenet.be. My email address is usually in the description box of all of my videos. If you are interested in that new channel, so if you send me a mail with just a short text like, hi, I'm interested in your new channel, can you send me the link or something, then I will send you the link and you can totally subscribe. It's just like this channel, it's totally for free. But I just want to prevent certain people from, for example, certain people from my previous job. I still do that job officially. I'm just in sick leave. I just want to prevent certain people who might abuse the information I give on the other channel. I want to prevent, those people from knowing about the other channel. If they really want to find me, then they can find me. But I mean, I just don't want to get it out there too much. So I make videos on that channel about how I am overcoming my eating disorder, which is an atypical eating disorder with binge eating. I actually created it because I felt like if I would vlog about my disorder, it would give me more strength to overcome my fear foods, my anxiety, and to do better in recovery, because I feel like if I make a channel about it, then my videos might someday inspire more people to get better. Even if I'm not a nutritionist or a psychologist, I myself have learned so much from other YouTubers who recorded their journey. And so that gives me purpose, knowing that, hey, maybe my suffering will not have been for nothing someday. Maybe the videos of me suffering and doing well sometimes, and the ups and the downs, maybe those videos can inspire other people to persevere, to push through the pain and to get better. So that is why I've created this new channel. It's also about overcoming depression. Not that I am suffering from depression. Of course, I have depressive episodes. If you're suffering from an eating disorder, you do get depressed sometimes. But I do touch on a lot of different mental illnesses or subjects and topics, because I feel like I can relate to a lot of stuff. And I also do a lot of research online about all kinds of mental illnesses, because it's just very interesting. And I feel like it's always worth it as a person to grow and to just do your research, because the world, this might sound really depressing, but the world doesn't really care that much about you. No one is going to give you all of the solutions, all of the answers on a plate and be like, hey, here you go, here's your road to happiness. You have to find it yourself. So that's kind of why I do a lot of research, and I wouldn't have been able to get to make the progress I have made if I wouldn't have done my own research. Actually, like psychologists and doctors have helped me a lot, but it was definitely not enough. So I hope that answers your questions. George MML asks, how many birds of prey do you have? Nice question. I only have one. I used to have two birds of prey. Um, the second one was a little owl that I actually rescued from a falconer who was abusing it and who didn't want it anymore. So he just left it in the aviary, which was actually a cage. It wasn't a real aviary, to be honest. And my mentor also wanted to save it, but he didn't have any room in his house anymore. He didn't have any aviaries left in his garden anymore. So he called me up because he knew I would give it a good home and he knew I was capable of rehabilitating it. And that's how I got the second owl. It was already adult, it was 7 years old, and it was a burrowing owl. No, it was a little owl. It was a little owl. Burrowing owls have longer legs, actually. Stat2125 says, my barn owl will try to dig. Is this normal? Well, Stat, I haven't seen that yet. What do you mean by digging? Because when Lucky has eaten, she will sometimes, do this like a dog does when he has pooped. And that's just to kind of clean her talons and her feet because she doesn't like to feel dirty. Because when she's eating her prey, she might get blood and meat on her talons and her feet, and she does not like that at all. So that might seem like digging, but it's actually not digging. Where do you keep your owl? Is it inside the house or is it in an aviary? Because if you have a cage as an aviary, which would be super wrong, by the way. You cannot keep an owl in a cage. But if you wouldn't notice, for example, and your owl is sitting in a cage in the garden, it might dig because the aviary or cage is too small. That might happen. I have seen a Eurasian eagle owl doing that, and that was actually also at the falconer who was abusing the little owl that I saved. He was actually abusing all of his birds, but there was nothing we could do actually to save them all. So I hope this answers your question. Samuel G. Munoz says, does Lucky get lonely when you leave to study or work? No, Samuel, she doesn't, at least not that I know of. She just really likes to sit calm, peacefully, and quietly. And she is really enthusiastic when I get home. Well, usually because she wants food. She will just start screeching for food. But she will also screech or chirp for attention a lot. So owls are a-okay if they are alone for 8 hours or even longer, as long as you give them attention, a bit of attention every day. But they are not like dogs. Like, you can't leave your dog alone like for too long. But an owl is completely different. They are pretty independent creatures. Oh, Joker's Harley, thank you. He or she says, I absolutely love your hoop dancing. Thanks. Would you guys like to see more hoop dancing on this channel as well? Because I could do that. Hi, Craig. Welcome to this live stream. You know, guys, I'm just going to get Lucky back for a second because I'm assuming you guys would like to keep watching her. I will be right back in just a second, okay? Lucky. Come. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. As always, she's turning her back towards us, but okay. Hi, Melissa. Oh my god, I'm so glad you could join us. Oh my god, and I forgot to warn you again. I kind of promised Melissa that I would send her a message on Instagram if I would go live, and I didn't do it. I'm so sorry. Girl, I'm so busy, I forgot. But I'm so glad you could make it. Oh, Lucky is here, Melissa. Right here, sitting on a very cheap chair. There's already owl poop on it. She just keeps pooping. Oh, Craig, you're on your dinner break. Bon appetit. Oh, and thank you. She says, of course, I love it. She means the background. She loves brick walls. Yeah, I love them too. They're super beautiful. Joker's Harley says, does Lucky understand English and Dutch? No, she doesn't. She's not human. She's an owl. Well, she does understand her name. She does associate her name with food and with attention. But she doesn't really understand commands in just spoken language. She does react when we talk to her, but I don't think she really understands any language, any human language, except for body language, of course. Joker's Harley says, I've got BPD and bipolar type 2. It's awful. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know bipolar disorder. Well, I think I know more than most people. I don't have it, but isn't this what Demi Lovato has too? It's like manic depressive, right? And what is BPD? BPD. BPD. What is BPD? Joker's Harley? Because I don't know. George MML says, sorry for saying the same message a lot of times and I love your live streams. Please do more. I will try, George. And I don't know what message you keep repeating. So keep repeating it because apparently I just keep forgetting it. Joker's Harley says, yes, I'm a retired professional dancer of 25 years. I really appreciate the hoop dance. Oh, wow. That is such a compliment. So you're a dancer and you appreciate my dance. Oh, my God. I've always wanted to dance, you guys. I wanted to do ballet because as a kid, I was like, dance equals ballet. I didn't even know there were other forms of dance. But my parents wouldn't let me dance because apparently they thought I was too chubby. When I look at pictures of myself as a kid now, I'm like, what? I was totally normal. But apparently sometimes I had... Oh, Looky, what you doing? Oops. Sometimes I had these chubby episodes as a kid, which I think is pretty normal because you just eat what your parents give you. And if they give you French fries fried in oil and I don't know, crap, then you don't think as a kid, you just eat what your parents give you. And my parents did not give me crap all of the time, but they weren't health freaks either. So sometimes I was a bit skinnier, sometimes I was chubbier because I did not diet, I just ate. I was a kid. So I don't blame them for not letting me dance because they just wanted to protect me. Wow, I suddenly cannot talk anymore. I asked my mom when I was older and I was like, did you not let me dance because you thought I was too chubby? And she said, yeah, I'm sorry, but that's the case because she was afraid I would get bullied in ballet or that the teachers would give me a lot of pressure to lose weight. And actually, I find that really sweet. I always regretted not dancing, but on the other hand, I can totally see why my parents did not want to let me dance. So shit happens, It's funny that I developed an eating disorder either way. They wanted to protect me, and I still got one after all. But okay, that is not their fault, I guess. Stat says, I keep her just like you do. She is really looked after and she goes on the bottom shelf of the TV stand where it's dark and starts to dig. Oh, okay, I guess that's kind of normal. That's just exploring. It was a barn owl, right? You told me it was a barn owl, right? Or am I mistaken? It's pretty normal. I wouldn't worry about it. Do you want to sit on my shoulder? No, you want to go explore. Again, for this 1000th time. Now she's sitting behind me. My God. Oops. It's early morning here in the States, LOL. Really? Okay, I'm glad that I'm doing a live stream in the morning for the people who are in the States. I'm gonna try to do as much live streams as I can at different times so that everyone can enjoy a live stream now and then. Melissa says, haha, it's okay, girl. And yay, I'm happy Lucky is now in the vlog showing her bum as usual, but has turned around now. LOL, yeah. I feel like I'm playing hide and seek with you guys just to be able to show Lucky. Oh, Anne says, it's not she, I'm a dude. Oh, I'm so sorry. But Anne, isn't Anne isn't Anne a girl's name? That's funny. Or is Anne not meant to be a name in this YouTube nickname? Oh, or maybe it's a Noor, and Noor is something like a magical creature or something, because I know gamers and stuff are into all of these magical, I don't know, creatures. What do I know? I know nothing about online stuff. Hi, honey. My boyfriend is home from work.
Hey,
and see how Lucky reacts? She's like, give me food, man, because my woman did not give me food yet today. So I'm hoping that now that you're home from your work, at least you're gonna feed me, because this bitch didn't feed me yet. Sorry that I used the term bitch.
Lucky.
No, she's tied up. That's so cruel. If he would call her and she would try to fly towards him, and then she would just, she wouldn't be able to fly towards him. Yeah, she's keeping an eye on him. I know, he's beautiful, right? He's super beautiful and muscular. Mwah. I'm going to give you a hug in a few minutes. Okay? I'm already online for 27 minutes. So, time flies when you're having fun, guys. Where were we? Okay, so Anne is not a girl. He's a dude. So sorry about that, Anne. And Melissa says, I was gonna start getting ready for bed soon, but I noticed you were doing live stream, so I've got to stay up for it. Oh, okay. So if you got bags under your eyes tomorrow, Melissa, then it's my fault. Oh, BPD is borderline personality disorder. Thank you, Joker Charlie. I actually should have known, but I wasn't thinking of borderline personality disorder, so. And now someone is calling me. See how busy I am? It was just a contact center, because I know that number. Just people who want to sell stuff to me, but I'm like, dude, I don't have any money, so don't try to sell me anything. It has no use. Borderline personality disorder. That's, I mean, I want to say I'm sorry, but I don't want to be like pity is maybe not, you know what I mean? I don't want to be, I don't know how to say this. I feel for you because you have BPD and bipolar disorder. That is, I think, really hard. And I think bipolar and BPD is something you have to learn how to cope with. But I totally believe in you, and I totally believe in the fact that you can learn how to cope and manage your BPD and your bipolar disorder. Like, seriously, you are so capable, and you really sound like a super nice person. So I like you, whether you have BPD and bipolar or not. By the way, people with BPD and bipolar disorder are usually very interesting people. So Joker's Harley says it's kind of like bipolar, but the flops in moods are more intense. Yeah, I've heard about that. I do cosplay now. I cosplay Harley Quinn, and my husband cosplays Joker. We go to Comic Cons. Oh, Joker's Harley, that's so. Oh, that explains your nickname. That is so cool that you play Harley Quinn. I like that. Oh, Joker's Harley has all his cosplay pictures on there. It's at puddingspy08. Guys, check out his Instagram, because I think it's gonna be, or her Instagram, because maybe I'm confusing a dude with a girl again. Like, I'm so oblivious. Yeah, Harley Quinn is a girl, so Joker's Harley, you're probably a girl. I feel so stupid right now. So sorry. But check out her Instagram. Oh, and Nur says her name it's the short version of Abd an Nur, an Arabic name. Oh, that explains it. Quickly Fun. Hi, welcome to this live stream. Melissa says if I get bags under my eyes, then it will be worth it for this live stream. Thank you. I'm so glad you're liking this live stream. Oh, Quickly Fun asks, can your owl fly freely outside with a leash, without a leash? Well, yes, she can. I don't know how to position myself to keep this live stream interesting. Yes, she can, but I rarely do that because there's always a risk your owl will fly away. If it's not at the right weight, for example, it might fly away the moment it gets disinterested in you. And an owl in captivity cannot survive in the wild anymore. So if I would fly her without a leash, I would at least put on telemetry, which is basically just a wire that you can put around her feet or her ankles, so that if she flies off, you can at least track her down again, because if you don't find your owl within 2 weeks, it will die, because it can't hunt in the wild anymore. Oh, Joker's Harley's real name is Chris. Cool. Oh, yeah, and she's a girl. Okay. Because Chris can also be a boy's name. At least here in Belgium, it's like you can be a boy or a girl if you're called Chris. Joker's Harley says, I do all makeup and costume. Cool. Oh, and Noor says, stop calling me she. I'm probably being super confused. Sorry. What did your family say when you got lucky? Just one sec, guys. Baby, would you do something for me? Would you just open the oven and check if the bread I'm baking for you isn't burning? Okay. Because I can smell it, and that's usually a sign that it's maybe ready to come out of the oven. I'm so sorry, Noor, that I called you she. I'm always super confused in live streams because I try to reply to everyone and it's not always easy. I don't really have the hang of it yet. But what did my family say when I got lucky? Well, they called me insane at first. until they noticed how good I was with her, and they just did not expect an owl to be able to be this tame. So at first they called me crazy, and they didn't approve of it. But then the moment they met Lucky, and the moment they saw the bond I shared with her, my family was totally for it. They were in love with Lucky. So, Melissa says, it cheered me up knowing I can see you and Lucky because the both of you make me smile. That's such a big compliment. Craig says, Elke, what is the reason for giving your owl a break from good for a day? Or do you mean from food? Do you mean if I don't feed her for one day? Why I do that? Or, well, I have a feeding schedule, which is her training schedule, and I will not feed her for one day a week. And that's just to keep her at her flying weight, and also she will be more motivated to fly after that day. Like, for example, the day before a show, falconers might not, usually do not, feed their owls. It's not animal abuse. It's not unhealthy unless you are starving them, unless you're doing it multiple times a week. And if your owl is at an unhealthy weight, a weight that is way too low, then it's animal abuse, of course. But it's actually healthy for your owl to skip a day occasionally. Quickly Fun says, I want to get an owl, but I'm not sure if I have the qualification to. Any little beginner advice? Totally, Quickly Fun. Don't get an owl without a falconer's education. So if you're not sure if you have the qualification, then that already tells me that you haven't followed a falconer's education. First of all, it depends on where you live. Is it even legal in your country? Because if you live in the US, you have to be, I think, a master falconer before you can even have an owl. You first need to get a red tail hawk or something before you can even think about keeping an owl. So I do give face-to-face coachings since a couple of months. So you can ask for video coachings. It's €20 for a 1-hour coaching through video chats. We can do it through Facebook or another application. It doesn't matter. And I just ask to pay the €20 in advance through PayPal. I always send you a link, and then the moment it's paid, we can schedule a 1-hour coaching. And I do that now too. So if any one of you already has an owl and needs advice or is experiencing some problems and wants a coaching, then you can totally contact me by emailing me. And my email address is, let me type it here in the chat. elke.emmerman@telenet.be. But if you live in the US, I can give you coachings to give you more knowledge, but you will still need to get your Falconer's degree officially if you want to keep a bird of prey legally, in a legal way. So just reading a few books and watching a documentary or a few documentaries really isn't enough, because books describe the anatomy of owls and stuff and their behavior in the wild, but falconers don't really write books about how to take care of a bird of prey. They just, it's a secretive world, actually. It's like they don't want to pass on the information. I'm sorry for the noise, because I know this microphone is really sensitive. If it bothers you guys too much, then I'm just gonna end the live stream and come back later because my boyfriend. No, you don't have to stop. I'm just asking for their feedback. I don't know if it's a concern or not. My boyfriend is just getting in the magazines that I am going to sort for him after this live stream because I don't know if you guys um, still remember, but we both deliver magazines in 3 different cities to earn some extra money because my boyfriend is going through a really tough divorce. He's already divorced officially, but his ex is trying to, well, ruin his life. So we have to pay for a lot of stuff right now. And she does need to pay for half of it as well, but until now she can refuse to pay, blah, 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 until the lawyers have gone through everything. So just for now, we're doing some extra jobs, and I'm just helping him because I can't work officially yet, but I just help him sometimes so that it's less tough for him because it's a really tough job, actually. But what was I saying? Oh, right, just reading a few books and watching a few documentaries is not enough. Like falconers don't like sharing their knowledge because they like to ask people money for an education, which I can totally understand. Like everyone has his own business, you know. I also earn money with my coachings, so but they ask a lot of money, and they're not just going to give away their knowledge in books because then everyone would just get an owl. um, So I hope that kind of answers your question. Please don't get an owl yet. Just reach out to me through email and we can schedule a coaching if you want. You don't need to take like 10 coachings. We can just do one coaching and then you'll you'll totally understand why you're not ready yet. Because in this live stream, I just give pretty short answers, and you might be like, "Why am I not ready? Why?" But during a 1 hour coaching, I could totally explain to you and give you more examples of why you're not ready. Joker's Harley, lol, don't burn the food. I hope my boyfriend got the bread out if it was already too brown. Melissa asks, what is Lucky fixated on? It looks like she's very focused on something, lol. Well, yeah, she's focused on my boyfriend. And now she's falling asleep. She's focused on my boyfriend because he's walking in and out through the door. He's getting in the magazines. They are laying outside, and he's placing them in the living room right now. So that is what she's looking at, Melissa. Hey, Linivi, how are you doing? Rachel asks, what's Loki's favorite treat? Well, she doesn't really have a treat because owls usually get the same food. I give her mainly 1-day-old chicks. And as a power food during winter, I also give her baby rats, baby mice, and adult rats and mice. But she does have a special preference. She does like certain organs the most. So, and this is kind of disgusting, but she tears open her 1-day-old chick, and sometimes she will pick out the heart and certain other organs that I cannot identify. And she will lay them beside her perch, next to her perch, to eat later. And then she will eat the rest of the chick, and then later she will be like, ooh, I still have these organs. Ooh, and then she will eat the organs, and you can really see her enjoy the food. It's so cute, actually. And the first time I noticed this, I was so surprised that an owl did this. It was kind of human, you know? It was funny, actually. So I guess that would be a treat for her, certain organs. Bruno Rosas says, I have a calm and friendly cat. Do you think owls get along with cats? Well, Bruno, cats can get along with owls. There's actually a pretty famous YouTube video about a cat and a barn owl playing together, but that is only if they are imprinted on each other. So the cat has to grow up as a kitten with the owl, which should still be an owlet. So you should get your owl when it's only 5 days old, so that its eyes are still closed, and then you should imprint it on you and the cat. So when the owl's eyes are gonna open, you and your cat is gonna be the first thing your owl sees, and then you and your cat are gonna spend a lot of time every day with the owlet. And of course, you should also teach the cat that she can't play with your owlet and vice versa. So it is definitely possible, but you have to know how to imprint an owl, and both the cat and the owl need to be babies. Joker's Harley says, you and Lucky should collab with my falconer friend. He has a great horned owl named Cosmos. They are really sweet family. They also have a falcon. Oh, that's nice. That would be super cool. Thanks, Melissa, for the support. Hi, Sharon. Sure, you can ask me a question. At what age does a barn owl make its first pellet? I get mine at 3 weeks of age. That is totally correct, Sharon. I have made videos about this previously. A barn owl is not able to cast or make pellets the 21st days of its life. The first 21st days of an owl's life, it cannot cast pellets yet, which is why you should not give a baby owl any bones or hair. So until your owl is 21 days old, you're only gonna give it the meat of 1-day-old chicks, mice, rats, baby rats, and the organs. But the meat should be stripped of all of the fur, because 1-day-old chicks have fur and mice have fur, because the fur and the bones are not digestible for owls. They will throw it up in the form of a pellet. But an owlet that is younger than 21 days cannot make pellets, so that's why you should not give it any bones or hair during that period of its life. So I hope that answers your question. Lenivi says, when your boyfriend came into the house, Lucky was like, did you divorce already? Funny. Melissa says, I will always support you and your channel as well as your family, including Lucky. That is so nice, Melissa, but I feel you. I feel your support, your love. You are such a sweet girl, and you guys are kind of like my family, my passion fruits, my flowers, my blossoms. I think my boyfriend is being like, ugh, she's not this sentimental with me, but she is with her YouTube family. I'm so jealous. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna end this live stream here because I have already been online for almost an hour, and the door is open and I'm getting a bit cold, so I'm gonna put on a sweater. I will do a live stream again soon if I can plan it, if I can send you guys a notification, because if I plan a live stream, normally YouTube should send you guys a notification if you have put on your notification bell, that is. So yeah, I will try to plan my next live stream so that you guys know in advance, at least 1 hour in advance, when I'm going to come online. But I can't promise you guys anything because it's hard. I'm struggling to organize everything that I want to do. I will get better at it. But for now, I'm not going to promise anything. I'm just going to surprise you and hope you guys are happy whenever you can join us. So... Oh, apparently I didn't add Sharon yet on Facebook and Twitter. I will end this live stream, guys, and then I will add Sharon on Twitter and onto Facebook. I will totally accept your request. I haven't checked Twitter like in a long time, and Facebook either. Well, I checked Twitter in my previous live stream, but I'm such a bad social media person. Okay. Sharon says, yay. Okay, guys, have a nice day, and I will see you very, very soon, okay? Have a nice day. Say bye, Luki. Bye. Mwah.